I was walking through our quiet little town, the kind where everyone knows everyone's business. But as I passed a small, weathered cottage on the edge of the woods, I heard a sound that broke the silence. It was a young boy, maybe 10, sobbing behind a closed door. I knocked gently. A woman named Elena opened the door, her eyes red. Her son, Liam, sat at the kitchen table, head down. "I'm sorry," Elena whispered. "Since Liam's father passed, things have been so hard. I work double shifts at the local diner just to keep us here. But Liam, he's skipping classes. He shows up to school an hour late, his clothes covered in mud and grease. I'm scared he's hanging out with the wrong crowd." A few days later, I was up before sunrise to catch the farmer's market at the town square. That's when I saw him. Liam wasn't hanging out. He was working. As farmers unloaded their trucks, crates of apples and potatoes would sometimes spill. Bruised fruit was tossed aside as waste. I watched Liam scramble to collect what was discarded. He'd wipe them clean with his sleeve and carefully arrange them on an old wooden crate by the roadside. He stood there in the morning mist, shivering, trying to sell those few pieces of fruit for a couple of quarters. Suddenly, a grumpy shop owner came out. "Get this junk off my sidewalk, kid." With one cold kick, he sent Liam's tiny shop flying into the dirt. Liam didn't argue. He just knelt in the mud, his eyes filling with tears, and started over. I couldn't stay silent. I called his teacher, Mr. Henderson, and invited Elena to meet me at the square. We watched from behind a parked truck. Elena gasped, covering her mouth with her hands. She saw her rebellious son being pushed around by strangers. She saw him counting pennies with trembling hands. She realized that the dirt on his clothes wasn't from playing, it was from the hard ground of the marketplace. Mr. Henderson, who had spent weeks scolding Liam for being late, took off his glasses and wiped his eyes. We were all guilty of judging a book by its cover. After the market cleared, Liam walked into the town's small tailor shop. He handed a stack of wrinkled $1 bills and a pile of coins to the old man behind the counter. The tailor smiled and handed him a beautiful, thick wool coat. "It's ready, Liam." Best quality. Liam tucked it into his backpack and ran to school. When he arrived, an hour late as usual, he walked toward Mr. Henderson, bracing for a lecture. Instead, the teacher pulled him into a silent, powerful hug. I stepped forward and asked, "Liam, who is the coat for?" Liam looked at his mom, who was now standing there, heartbroken. "Mum's old jacket is torn. The winter is coming, and she stands at the cold bus stop every night after the diner closes. I wanted her to be warm. I was waiting until I could save enough for the matching scarf before I gave it to her." In our small towns and big cities alike, we are so quick to judge the struggle we see on the outside. We see a late student, a messy neighbor, or a quiet colleague, and we assume the worst. But as the scripture says, pure and genuine religion in the sight of God means caring for orphans and widows in their distress. There are silent heroes living among us. They don't ask for help. They just carry their crosses with dignity. Next time you see someone struggling, don't ask why they are failing. Ask what you can do to help them fly.